Well, just name one positive thing, one happy thought before I move to the next thing. Give me one happy thought.
Well, Aubameyang came on at the 5th minute and he came off at the 66th minute.
Genitalia reporting.
Oh my god.
Wait, Osuna, are you high?
R9 fourth and Cristiano Ronaldo fifth.
Can I go next?
I think Cristiano Ronaldo is the greatest European of all time.
And I want to say R9 just because I actually rate him higher. HH. It's just that you always say that he had a grenade tossed to his ankle, and he floated or some type of stuff. It's crazy, bro.
So guys, please bear with me. It could be Brick Tax. Bricknet has invaded me. Bricknet has invaded me. So if I'm choppy, don't worry, it will soon clear up. So just please bear with me. Bricknet has taken me. So I may be off camera a bit while I'm trying to fix this whole bum-ass instance. And I actually improved my router. I actually got an improved router. Losers. So guys, very briefly, we're going to talk about Potter. We're going to talk about Chelsea. We're going to talk about Karabuki. We're going to talk about Ten Hag, maybe 11 Hag. Going to talk about Casemiro. Going to talk about Nene holding back PSG. Going to talk about Mbappe. Going to talk about your boy Messi. And we're going to try and see whether we can get Hufflepuff out of this Hogwarts legacy thing. So guys, like that video, guys. Subscribe if you're new. And please send in your dubs and super chats. If there's anything you want to add to the show, please send in those Dubinskis and super chats so we can ride through. So guys, let's just get straight into it, guys. Let's get straight into it right now. So let's talk Hufflepuff. Let's talk straight Hufflepuff, man. I wanna go to you, Nix, man. Nix, surely he has to go. Surely this man has to go now. Surely now he has to go.
First off, obviously shout out Eric 10 months, but we'll get onto that
Nix.
later. It's just my opening speech. I was saying like sometimes praise this person, praise that person. Thanks to the Eric 10 months. But we move. Hufflepuff. Well, I called it. I said it from the outset. I said it from the jump, and I wasn't being salty. I really wasn't, because when you look at someone like, say, Arteta joined Arsenal, I didn't have that kind of, oh, he's not necessarily the right person. It was at the beginning. It was more of a let's wait and see. But for a team that I've understood Chelsea to be for the last 20 years, a club that Chelsea have been for the last 20 years, Paul was never the right guy. It just didn't make sense. The Lampard one made sense because of the situation you were in. You had this transfer ban. Things were rocky. Obviously, we know Sarri came in. He was on there for a year. And it was like, all right, well, we've got this transfer ban. It's kind of a free hit, quote unquote, season. No season's really a free hit when it comes to a big club, but it's a bit of a free hit, so we can give Lampard a chance. But under the situation that you came this season, Abramovich leaves, new owner, then he gets rid of the backroom staff, Marina, Czech, etc. To sack Tuchel after the transfer window and bring in a novice, and I'm in a novice at this level. Of course, he's managed before. We've seen him manage in the Premier League, but he's a novice at this level. It was just too much change too soon. Way too much change. It may well have worked if maybe Czech stayed and Marina stayed. Maybe it would have. Maybe it would have been not too much change, and he could have got his ideas and got the players in, and it could have been a bit of a smoother transition. But Boehly did too much, and I don't know why he did it. I'm not sure what he was trying to prove. I feel like sometimes the best thing to do is do nothing at all. You keep the things as it is, and you let things naturally transition. He went full in, changed everything at once, and that is one of the biggest reasons why you're in this situation. Now, that doesn't excuse Potter. Marina's not there, Czech's not there, Abramovich, and all the change happened. It doesn't excuse him, but I think it's a catalyst to what we're seeing now. He was never going to be the one to steady the ship. He was never going to be the one for me to win Chelsea a Premier League title. And I am more so convinced now than I was in September when he first came in that he's the wrong man for the job. Now, the question is Boehly brave enough to put his pride to one side and sack him? Because that's what it is. That's the only thing really. Some people say financial. I don't think, based on Chelsea's transfer windows, I don't think money is the biggest issue right now. The pride. J. Cole told us, pride is the devil. Think it's got a hold of me. And that is Todd Boehly's jam right now. That is his theme tune. Pride is the devil. I think it's got a hold on me. Because pride has a hold on him right now. That's the only reason I can fathom.
But Nix, how he can't surely he can't survive now. Surely he can't survive. Surely not.
I agree. He can't. But businessmen with big billions make very strange decisions that me and you maybe can't comprehend because we're not living in their kind of egotistical world. And I think it's only ego that's driving the fact that every time you lose, and you're losing every week now, a statement comes out, through sources. The board back Potter, they believe in him, and it's like, what are you doing? Who are you fooling? Because
but Nick's like, I think because what we're saying before is this is 2 wins in 6-16, 2 goals in I think 10, 12 games or so forth, 1 goal in the month of February.
You won, I think you scored. Is it 1 goal? Is it 1 goal this year, or is it just in February?
It might be 2 goals because Havertz scored the winning goal against Crystal Palace. Okay. So I think it's 2 goals because the joke is Real Madrid have scored more goals in England than Chelsea have this year and so forth in 1 game. No, but my thing though is with things being so bad, so crap, surely it has to be like no more. Because my issue is this, because we were on the terrace and Terry said, look, to sack the whole staff, that's 80 million. So now I'm hoping that there must be like a termination, but like Nick, surely.
Yeah, but
you have
to like the transfers, they're gonna spread that over the 8 years, isn't it? The rest of his contract. It's not 88 million that's coming out tomorrow. It's gonna be over the rest of his contract. So again, I don't think money is the real issue. You've got a couple of home games coming up. You've got Leeds on Saturday, and you've got Dortmund straight after. And it's hard to say because you would think I can say this now. Those two are going to be determining factors. But why is Spurs not the determining factor? Why was Southampton not the determining factor? Why was the first leg against Dortmund? Like, we don't know when that day comes. But I think if you were to lose or drop points in those, drop points maybe Leeds and get knocked out to Dortmund in back-to-back home games with the crowd, and we know Boehly's attending every game that goes by that you are not getting results. And I think the Dortmund one's even the biggest because whilst you're still in the Champions League, hope springs eternal. Shout out to HH. Hope springs eternal. So I think as much as Chelsea fans are maybe some furious and they're despondent, the hope that maybe we can do a little something in the Champions League because you did it in 2012 is maybe saving his bacon right now. But if you go out to Dortmund, it might be curtains. It might be curtains, not because Boehly thinks it's the right time, but because the fans and the noise that the fans are going to make might just push his hand. And I think the Dortmund game is the one. Now, as a Chelsea fan, do you want to lose to Dortmund to force Potter out? Some Chelsea fans might. But I think others would be like, you know what? Let's see if we can win it. Even though he ain't the right man.
With Hufflepuff. Wait, you really think Hufflepuff can win a UCL?
Di Matteo. Di Matteo. Well, what's his credentials? He ain't got no credentials.
Bro,
But
he had
granted,
vibes.
you had Drogba and a lot. All you got is bloody.
Yeah, Havertz. Havertz. Okay, RDS, talk to me, man. Talk to me, RDS. Potter, man.
Can you hear me? By the way, I'm on a train up to Edinburgh. So can you hear me?
Okay. When do you get back? Maybe comment when you get back or so forth. Or can you just quickly give your take?
Come in. No worries.
All right, and what's it called? Dr. Jade, man, talk to me, bro. Potter. Joseph.
I believe I said my piece yesterday. I'm not for Potter's sacking. I don't
Why not?
see.
Why not?
I don't see, simply because, yeah, you could say it's ego, and I surely believe the way Barcelona dealt with your club last summer pushed Boehly to go and overpay and overspend on an enormous amount of players, which you don't really need, and which plunged Potter even deeper into this mess. But I think Arteta's signing and eventual success, pending success, we could say, has taught me a lesson that we humans don't know as much as we claim to, and hence I am never going to call for the sacking of a manager except when it's my club, But in general, I'm never for the sacking of a manager anymore.
This guy's shouting.
It's the truth. It's the truth. I already told you all.
I will never call for a sacking of a manager except for my club.
Of course, man. Do you think I'm going to choose Chelsea the same way I choose
Barcelona? Rubbish is this, man?
Expectations. That's the problem. That's the thing.
No. But being serious though. Listen, we already went through this. Which manager is going to take this hell of a job right now? Nobody. No serious manager in the world.
Joseph, I'll take Enrique. I'll take Enrique.
Enrique is a serious manager. Read my lips. Well, not read my lips. Read my voice. No serious manager is taking this job. This is a trash club with trash expectations, trash fanship. Like, come on, look at the way you're treating your man. Like, no respect, player power. The owner is doing what he likes. Like, the squad is trash. You have like 63 forwards, and none of them can put the ball in the net. Like, what is there to manage? I say leave Potter till the end. Yeah, leave Potter till the end of the season. You're not making top 4 either way. You're not winning the UCL either way.
Joseph, so 2 wins in 15. What about that? Two wins in 15. So 2 goals scored in the year of 2023. This is one of the biggest clubs on the planet. That's unacceptable. I've got standards.
Can I just say quickly? I forgot when I was mentioning the Arteta thing. So he there's a quote from, I think it was his press conference. Potter's so out of his depth. This is what he said. Now, usually, when a manager gets sacked, and then other managers like, the world is tough out here, the world's changed, a few bad results, and the manager gets sacked. It's a hard job. This man started throwing certain managers under the bus to save himself. So this is him. He goes, Arsenal were 2 years into Mikel's reign.
Oh my God.
And he's close to getting the sack. People wanted him out. Klopp at Liverpool now, so he's talking about right now. They haven't got the results. All of a sudden, people want him out. Brother, focus on yourself.
No.
Focus on yourself.
You know what it is? I think that's why you're going to create some more enemies. Because what this is a guy that's trying to sort of shift the blame away from him so that he can save his job. But he doesn't understand that you're actually digging a deeper hole for yourself, because it's almost as if, do you think fans are stupid? Because he really thinks that fans are so stupid that they're like, oh yeah, that's true actually. He's got a good point. Yeah, like now you're actually going to anger people a lot more by trying to say that, well, look at Klopp, well, look at Arteta, well, Tuchel had a horrible preseason. That's what I say. Wait, you think
I forgot about that. He's literally digging his own grave. Like, if there was a grave and a shovel, he would be digging it, and he will seal his own coffin. It's like, where's his PR team? It's sad. It's a
and
sad.
also like it's the jokes as well. Like, oh, sorry, I just got out of a crisis. It's him saying that, oh, just got out of a crisis meeting and laughing, and after that, this loss basically, it is going to be so because and I'll come to it, and this is the key thing next. Everyone knows this. You can tell. A lot of the players, senior players, are like, this guy ain't it. And once you lose the respect of the players, and once you lose the dressing room, you can't get it back.
He never had the respect of the dressing room, though. You think Graham Potter from Brighton had respect in the dressing room?
Yeah, that may be true. But tell me this. There was when Arsenal were 16th. Did you or did you not say that Arteta had lost the dressing room and the players weren't playing for him again?
Different scenarios. No, Joe. Different scenario is this. Did Arteta receive 700 mil worth of new players? Was Arteta taking over a club who were consistent trophy winners over a past decade? Arteta was coming into a club who haven't won the league since 2004, have not won a European trophy before. So the kinds of standards and so forth and the culture that's different. Remember, Chelsea, this is what it is. For better or for worse, Chelsea just have that culture of the players will meet in it, and you have to hold that dressing room. Because this is the house that Abramovich built. Loving, hating, whatever, is a house that Abramovich has
That's not what I asked.
Yeah, but that's not Abramovich. That's not Abramovich no more, though.
What I asked you is, did you or did you not say that Arteta had lost the dressing room and the players were no longer playing for him?
Let me respond to that.
The reason I'm making that point is you just said you can never regain it. And my point is, there was the point of no return with Arteta, in which we all believed he's never going to make it beyond this. And what the board did by backing him and letting him make the big calls, kick out Aubameyang, terminate Ozil's contract, and so on and so forth, made those players have to get on with it and get on program, not cry and moan, because they know that if they do so, they'll be able to get the manager outdoor.
All right, Dr. J. Okay, let's say for argument's sake that the method to success is to give a manager 3 years like they gave Arteta. Are you saying that Chelsea fans should be willing to go through that same process, i.e. finish 8th, and then 5th, in the hope that in the 4th season, they can put up a title challenge, which isn't guaranteed to get success, by the way, but they can put up a title challenge. Because that's what you're suggesting. You're saying that the evidence there was that Arteta was given the time and the tools to regain the trust of the dressing room. But what actually happened was, in that period where he had quote-unquote lost the dressing room, they sunk to the depths. And should Chelsea fans have to go through, should any big stick side really have to really survive and go through the depths of going 8th, and 5th?
But
Arteta should have been sacked, and he was fortunate that he wasn't. And now Arsenal are benefiting from a stale of execution.
You say that, and you are right in some aspects. But from the beginning, what Pep told us was, give him time, he will succeed. We all laughed. I did.
Oh, come on, Pep was trolling. Pep was trolling.
That's what you're saying. No,
he's told.
No, obviously he's backing his guy.
No, this is what Pep did. Pep said, give him time. I'm gonna give him 2 of my players, and he can help them chat. Because is Pep gonna give Potter, Gundogan, and Bernardo Silva next season? He's not.
Hell no.
He doesn't need to. They have 700 million to buy Mudryk. And
overrated. And they paid 106 million for defensive midfielder. You can't play.
Okay, hold on. Let me come to Mr. This Chelsea life man. Where are you with Potter, bro?
He needs to get on my club immediately. No questions asked. I've had enough. The thing is about this Potter guy is like, and Chelsea. I've cried, I've sobbed, I've ranted, banted. But at a point, like, you just gotta like just look at the situation and just be like, you just have to accept it. Like, I haven't complained in a long time, because I've accepted that Chelsea weren't doing anything this season. Potter is going to remain to the end of the season. So what's the point of crying and getting emotional over something that's not going to change? So at this moment in time, I just want my 40 points and I'm signing out the season. I don't care. Just keep me safe from relegation and I'm done for the season. That's it. I have nothing else.
Wait. So we're on okay, but do you so that's where we're at right now. We're now on target 40 points. That's where we're at right now.
Yes.
So we're trying to find these 9 points from somewhere.
We're not getting top 4. Chelsea are definitely not getting relegated, that's for sure. So in between 4th place and whatever mid-table, what's there to fight about? Like, I want my 40 points and I'm done. I'm signed out. Like, there's nothing else to argue about.
Zeman, what do you want?
Okay, when it comes to Potter, I think there's a line, right? You say to yourself, well, there's 39 players that are coming in, and you're trying to make them execute. How much time have that worked? That's never worked. How much time have you seen, a team bring in 7 to 8 players and have them mold and actually work with each other? Usually the success rate is low. There's usually 1 to 2 that succeed, and the majority of those are flops. You could argue with that, that aspect of like, what's Todd B doing about it? Did Todd B really have a plan, or did he put him in that position where he just wanted a person just to, to weather the storm and then get a real manager that he thinks is in line with the players that he bought? But at the same time, there's no excuse. This is a results-based business. Like that's what it is. There's no excuse for only winning 2 games out of 16. There's no excuse for that. Any other club, it doesn't matter whether you're a club that's aspiring to be competitive in all fronts in Europe and domestically. It doesn't matter whether you're a team that's in relegation form. If you only win 2 out of 16, you're getting fired. Most likely you're getting fired. I mean, I look at even with clubs, outside of Chelsea, if they were able to commit the same thing, you could even look at Villarreal. They've only won 1 game. The last game that they won is against Real Madrid, and we're nearing March. The last time they won was January 7th, and Setien is in heat, in terms of getting fired because he can't find solutions, he can't find results. So I don't understand why Graham Potter deserves time. This isn't a case of that. You can make an argument for that, but the way I look at it is, if you're not getting results, and here's the thing, it's not only results, it's also about performances. If you're not convincing in terms of your performances, or people can't see an outline of what you're trying to do on a consistent basis with the players that you do have, and it feels like you're just trying to hang on for results, and you're supposed to be a long-term manager, that's a red flag within itself. So I feel like this whole thing of Graham Potter, give him time. This is results based. I'm sorry, like, managers don't get time. This is a harsh business. This is a harsh environment that you've been brought into. And I know that to a certain extent, he might be under a lot of pressure to get things right with players that he's not used to, or he's trying to acclimatize. But my thing is, at the end of the day, it's like, why would you bring other managers' success? That, he's talking like a fan. That's the problem. He's talking like a person that's defending it. No, he's talking like someone, someone that's a big fan of him would defend him in Twitter. He's talking like that. Why would you mention other managers and their success rate? That's not up to you. Why would you talk about Tuchel, a guy who previously won Chelsea their Champions League,
and who is very well loved? No, whoever the PR guy is, that is a huge PR for Popa, because it's called read the room. You know that people didn't watch it. You know that there are a lot of people who love Tuchel. So you now somehow blaming Tuchel for the preseason, because you don't even have to mention him. You now saying, well, I just spoke to you guys. They're the worst preseason ever. Mate, you have 0 credit in the bank. Tuchel has way more credit in the bank than you. So you are already making yourself a villain from the fans. And trust me. And see, here's the key. The reason why I wanted to talk about the American perspective. Do you think Boehly realizes the difference with fans in football and fans in American sports and so forth, and how different those two fans are?
I think Boehly, it's not him realizing it. I think the board are gonna realize it. Even the footballing director, like it's he's a guy that's online that we've seen. He's active online, so he's gonna realize it. He's gonna realize how much the fans aren't necessarily backing him. And for me, the warning signs to Potter not being the guy is I've never seen a manager recover from this when they start blaming other managers, when they start blaming other things. It's okay
Lampard,
to back
Lampard,
players.
bro. Lampard was
It's always downhill from that, and I feel like you're losing the locker room by making statements like that, by attacking previous manager that some of these players had a relationship with, by by almost making excuses for yourself in terms of your managerial position. When you start questioning your manager, when you start answering questions when it comes to your managerial position, that's when you start losing it. That's when things just go downhill. Like the fact that he felt like he had to tackle these questions says a lot about how comfortable he is, how much inexperience he has.
Okay, wait, let me call Potter, Chelsea. What happens, bro? So Cole comes in, he has his mic muted and so forth, and he now says, "Well, I don't really want to talk to this guy." Kenny, man, talk about your boy. Kenny, what happens, bro? Kenny, we have to get this guy out, man. Kenny, it's getting violent on Twitter right now.
Yeah, like honestly, right now I'm numb to the pain. Right now, it's just
no, because like I've shouted, I've screamed. Now just like okay, look, like how much more do you want me to shout? What's more do you want me to write? Also, Nix, by the way. That was very evil of you. That picture you posted from my Twitch live stream and everything, that's very evil of you.
Bro. Oh, hey, Tate, sorry. You were in that stream and you were silent in disbelief. Like
bro, no, Nick. No, actually, it's we are down in the pits. Kenny, we're in the pits, bro. We're in the pits.
Yeah, well, even on the game, like the thing I don't understand is like because the first couple minutes, I'm seeing things are going well, and then just all of a sudden, I don't know if the team they have like a lack of confidence or something because you start the game well and then the rest of the game is just poor. Like it's like the players they don't know what to do. It's getting tough. But obviously, like I said, I'm sacking him right now for me. Like there's no need because people are trying to salvage the season. No, the things are because right now people are trying to salvage the season that for me is done. Like bring in anyone you want, like we ain't winning no Champions League, we ain't winning nothing. So sacking him right now for me is useless. If you want to sack him, wait till the end of the season where you can get actual managers. Not just if you sack him right now, you're gonna have to look for another manager. Like right now the pool of managers is not as big as it could be in the summer as well. So give a guy more time. Give guy to actually prepare and focus. Like if you're thinking about probably right now they're already thinking about sacking him already. If they're gonna sack him in the summer, they're already thinking about
potential. Thinking damn hard about sacking.
Yeah, they're probably thinking about potential candidates. So might as well, like for me, like I said, this season is done. So might as well wait to the end of the season and then sack him then, if you really want to sack him and then get a new guy.
Okay, let me take some quick debates and then we'll move to our next topic, man.
Can I say something after?
Can I say something? Yeah.
Wait, so is that okay? Gerbil,
then can I say something? Can I say something?
Oh, now you want to say something cool? When, oh, can I say something?
I want to talk about Bayern. I want to talk about my club, Bayern, bro.
Look, let's meet your mic, man. Gerbil, talk to me.
Bro, this guy, Potter, has such a loser mentality. Have you seen the statement he was talking about?
The boys gave everything.
He was saying like, oh, Arteta had his time. Look at Klopp, he's having a bad time now. Bro, they did not have the privilege you had. They didn't spend 700 million. They for me, it's the main problem of Chelsea starts with Todd Boehly. I think if you look at Chelsea before the winter, they actually looked way better than they are right now. I think that they spent 700 million, put way so much pressure on Potter that he started even performing even worse than before the 700 million. That's what I kind of see. He was bad before this January transfer window, but he's even worse after scoring. How many goals did they score? 1 goal or something? For me, the main problem starts with Todd Boehly. Abramovich would have sacked Potter a month ago.
Yeah,
1 month ago. For me, Abramovich was the guy that managed Chelsea, and the problem starts with the president, not even with Potter. Todd Boehly needs to learn a lot of stuff. This is not America, and this is not NFL or NBA. This is football. There is no. The process needs to be way faster for a club like Chelsea. Chelsea is not, I don't know, like Newcastle or something that need a long time to get to one point. They have a lot of money. This needs to be way quicker than it is right now. But for me, you have to accept it. He's not getting sacked. He's not getting sacked this season. It's there is no way he's gonna sack him. 60 million they have to pay him if they want to sack him. They're not gonna do it.
No. There's only one way that he fully gets sacked is if Chelsea are like 16th and 17th. Basically, if it's a relegation battle, then it gets real. Then it's time for Big Sam for the next 3 months.
I don't think that will happen, and I don't think he will end up 16th or something. He's gonna end up 10th or 8th with that quality of, and I think even if the players they bought was not bought by him, they were bought by Todd Boehly. Bro, you're still a manager. You have to manage. This is not an art project where you can make a lot of mistakes. You have to manage the players. You have to find a way. Like Mourinho would have find a way, even if he's not as good as he's right now. He had to step up, even if you didn't want Enzo Fernandez, even if you didn't want that, you still have to manage. And losing 2-0 to Spurs or 1-0 to Southampton, who are 18th or something, it's just bad. It starts with Todd Boehly, and then Potter also is a problem. So yeah, that's what I want to say.
Wait. You see, quickly on that point, yeah. For me, like, if bring any other manager, would they be as bad as right now? Probably not. But like you said, like,
no,
the influx of player coming in is way too much for any manager to expect them to. Like, this is too many new faces. It's too much. Like, can he do better? Yes, but it's just too much. It's too many new players in one.
I agree with that, but it was bad before the January transfer window started. Like, it was already on a downward trajectory.
But it's gotten worse. It's gotten worse.
Well, no, it's continued. Like remember they had lost. I'll bring up the stat because I had it.
Yeah. No, we started well. I think it was unbeaten for it's like
that's what I was saying. When Potter came, he had like 2 wins or 3 wins.
So you go on.
In the Champions League as well, because we started pulling the Champions League.
Yeah, they beat.
Okay, I've got it here. You won 5 out of your first 6.
Yeah,
that's a good record.
And that's 7 out of your first 11. And after that win, which was your 11th game, you lost 4 in a row.
Was that before the World Cup break?
I can't actually remember, to be honest.
It started with the draw against Brentford.
You lost 4 in a row. You lost 4 in a row.
Yeah, since that Brentford loss when we got destroyed over there, like, stuff just went. Like,
okay. Let me go to Mike. Mikey, talk to me, Mike.
There's a thing for Potter, and Potter needs to realize this is not the Allsvenskan. When you're going up against Djurgården, Hammarby, Malmö, Kalmar, Elfsborg, you're in the Premier League, the toughest league in the world. Every week is a grind, and right now the grind is faltering Chelsea and faltering Potter. He's making clueless mistakes, and now he's trying to throw every manager under the bus. Oh, this guy had time. This guy had time. You know what this is called? A last-ditch effort to keep my job. He's doing everything he can to keep his... I wouldn't say it's a loser's mentality, but he's just throwing everything to keep the job. Because he knows this is the biggest job he will ever get. And I agree with Neeks when he said a couple weeks ago, Tottenham is his ceiling. It is. Even though I rate the manager, I think that's his ceiling. And
it's crazy.
I agree with Z-Man as well. Z-Man said, like, Kike Setien is in huge trouble with Villarreal. Look at what Salernitana did. Remember I told you a couple weeks ago they sacked the manager, then he rehired him? He got sacked again.
Wow.
So
again,
he got sacked again. They won 3-0 today, by the way. Why isn't Chelsea doing it? I think this is now down to Todd Boehly and the consortium saying, this was the guy. He was supposed to be our precious guy. He would bring us back to glory. But right now, it is faltering bad. 2 wins in 16 is not even diabolical. There's not even a word for this. This is atrocious. It's not even like, okay, even if you're losing, okay, you can play good football. You could see some patterns of play there. Maybe it's just individual mistakes. But there's nothing. It's so lifeless. So what is it going to take? I honestly think they're just waiting till the Dortmund game. If he loses to Dortmund, then he's gone, I think.
Yeah, Yeah.
I just think before
Wait, hold on. So you really think that they'll sack him if he loses to Dortmund?
I just think that's what they're holding on to at this moment. They don't
Oh,
want to
Because
make
there's an article saying that they're gonna give him like 3 more games. It was a Southampton game, this game, and Dortmund game. And after those 3 games, they're gonna decide like whatever to do with Potter.
Yeah, exactly. I just think they're waiting till the Dortmund game, Chelsea. I mean, HH. So it ain't looking good for you guys, and long may it continue that Chelsea are in the mud because then we don't have to discuss about Liverpool.
I don't want them to get Luis Enrique, man. That would hurt me spiritually. That would hurt me if they got Luis Enrique, man. No, bro. Because you guys, I'm gonna be honest. You guys have a good team. You guys have a good squad. But you guys are just missing certain key aspects. And I feel like with another manager, he would do better in terms of grinding out results and then building on from that. And I do think there are good managers. I don't know this understanding of like there aren't great managers available on the market. This is as good as the market's gonna get because by summer, bro, you're gonna be competing with a lot of people. So this is the best chance for Chelsea. If I'm being honest.
We need names.
Pull on this.
Luis Enrique. I mean, that's
Potter's had about 20. Potter's had about 25 games at Chelsea, around that. His first 7 was okay in terms of results. I'm just looking at it now. Let me deep it. After those first 7 or so, he drew 0-0 with Brentford. It's not the worst result. Brentford away. Drew 1-1 with Man United. You weren't the better side at all, but we got a late equaliser. Then you beat Salzburg, and this is where it all went downhill. You got thumped 4-1 at his former side, Brighton. Remember that?
That was it, man.
You lost 4-1, battered 4-1 at Brighton. You beat Dynamo Zagreb 2-1 the next game. Then you lost 4 games in a row. Arsenal, Man City, Newcastle. Oh, sorry, 3. One was a club friendly. That was all before the World Cup. So as I said, those results were already going that way before the World Cup. You came back from the World Cup and beat Bournemouth. And people thought, it's going to turn around. And they went downhill again. Nottingham Forest drew. Man City lost back-to-back. Fulham lost. Then you beat Palace. Drew with Liverpool. Drew with Fulham. Drew with West Ham. Lost to Dortmund. Lost to Southampton. Lost to Spurs. It hasn't been good since the first 5 to 7 games. Like, it hasn't been good. It can't continue. It can't continue. I hope it continues. I hope it continues.
No, we don't.
That's
okay, let me finish though.
That's
so
sick.
From Alhambra, to anyone rubbishing relegation talk, we are 18th over the last 5 games. HH, please show Chelsea's pass map today. DMD. To those who still think Pulis needs time, justify this bomb system to me. I'm not sure whether I can find it, but if I can, I'll put it in later. Basically, the heat map was just wild, bro. Like, I think there were like 5 or 6 lines all in one freaking area. Like, it literally is complete and total vibes. Marco Siklich, breaking news: Chelsea to replace Potter with Voldemort. Look, I'll try it. I'll try it. Real talk, this guy is a bum-ass loser trash. But what did you really expect? I said from the start that I agreed with sacking Tuchel, getting Potter, that was the issue, man. Rohit Vadlamudi, April will be Chelsea's funeral, Old Trafford and Emirates. You know, my thing though is, where will Chelsea be in the table by the time they get there? That's my thing. Where will Chelsea actually be by the time we get to April? QCA LL yesterday, La Liga title race is over. Look, shout out to Almeria, man. I did
You are actually the biggest jinx in the world, bro.
Biggest things. Do it, bro. Do it.
09 list. 09 list. 09 of Rebel. 09 of Rebel. I just want to say 09 of Rebel.
Yeah, 10 lists.
Please.
So.
Ole will do better than Potter with this team. Probably. Yeah. Probably he would. Why does Rashford have more goals than Chelsea? Okay. Well, a lot of people have a lot more goals.
Yeah,
than Chelsea.
Rafinha as well. There's a lot of people. Bro.
Okay, so let's talk about this right now, man. Hold on. Where are we at right now? Let me all right. So Mr. Nix. Was he so Moyes, Van Gaal, Mourinho, Ole, Thor Ragnarok. Is this Fergie's true successor? Is this the man? Is it a case of just right man, right time? Or let's just wait. Let's not tempt fate. Because I think it's also about timing as well, based on just where everyone is and so forth. But I can't lie, man. This looks like a real team. And I think when we did the reaction, like let's just find ask, okay, what do you think that we need, like United, to get better? Then I told him that, look, United get like a controller, i.e., a someone in the mold of Verratti or Frank De Jong or Toni Kroos.
Frankie De Jong controller.
Okay. And you get like a striker, but a footballing striker that can link play, like in the Benzema, David Villa type. United could be very serious. Maybe you can upgrade Wan-Bissaka and so forth, get like a better, much more Moringa that can be an upgrade on Wan-Bissaka and Dalot. But if it just gets a midfielder that can control a game, like Xavi and so forth, you get a striker like a Benzema, Pique Lewandowski, or a David Villa. United are looking pretty serious because the spine is there. Knicks, are United back? Our big boy, glory, Man United, are they back?
First thing I want to say is congratulations.
Actually, you're really putting a Karabuki background. You really have a Karabuki background?
Can I respond?
No.
Firstly, I want to congratulate our club captain, Harry Maguire, after his successful £80 million transfer from Leicester.
Shamelessness.
Oh my goodness.
He's finally paying back the
payback. Yes, he's paying it back with interest. He has brought us back to the glory days.
Wait, sorry, Nick, did you watch the Obi Mikel interview? Did you guys watch the Obi Mikel interview?
No, I didn't watch it. I know you spoke about it.
Because you know, I totally forgot that. You want to say Banguela is shameless? I forgot that Terry puts on the shirts, shorts, shin pads, and shoes. I forgot that he had to put the full kit. Bro, wow. Okay, sorry, continue.
Sorry, I'm just watching the Fury Jake Paul fight. Jake Paul just knocked down Fury.
Oh. Yeah, just knock him down.
He got paid.
Come on.
He's not fighting, but that's embarrassing. But anyway,
I'm watching no more Paul. It's all a fix. Continue.
I'll continue. Yes, shout out to Harry Maguire. Came on, stellar defensive work, cleared a few headers out. And his name is now next to Varane, Casemiro as a champion at Manchester United. That's the first thing. So shout out to him. Wait, what's the problem?
Shamelessness, man.
That's shameless. No. You can have your celebration without mocking.
That's like
calling them champions.
And Maguire in the same
calling them champions for a Carabao Cup.
No. Nick, we're not putting Slaphead the fridge next to Varane.
Ten Hag did. He put them together at the back next to each other, side by side. Brothers in arms. Let me land, but guys, come on, man, allow me. The day of celebration before it passes midnight and it's no longer a day of celebration. Shout out to McTominay. He's come through the academy and he's been a stellar part to Manchester United's recent success under Ten Hag. You can see how happy I am saying that. Shout out to Jack Butland, third choice keeper, keeping David De Gea on his toes. And he gets his medal. Shout out to Dubravka, who's actually at Newcastle.
Let's get to the point. What's going on, fam?
No, this is the home of football analysis, not the home of shamelessness.
Wait, okay, this is my last one. The last one.
Why is it Jack Butland in this whole thing? The hell?
Shout out to Dubravka, who played for us in the Carabao Cup, went back to Newcastle, and therefore was cup time for the final, but gets a medal despite playing for the loser side. Shout out to him because he's clocked it. He knows what he's doing.
What?
But of course, Eric.
No. Nick, hold up. Did they actually give him his medal during the ceremony, or he gets it?
No.
Yeah, that would be wild.
He gets in an alley, bro. He gets in an alley, bro. They hand it off to him.
That's sick, man.
But shout out to Eric 10 months, because 10 months ago, on the 21st of April, he was announced as Manchester United manager. And 10 months later, give or take 5 days, he has brought us our first trophy in 5.5 years. Shout out to Eric 10 months. Is he the true successor of Fergie? Time will tell. Let's be honest. Man United are only back when we're winning Premier Leagues and challenging for Champions League. RDS says shout out Ronaldo. He also gets a medal. I don't think he does because he never played in the Carabao Cup. But what he's doing over in Saudi, that outstrips anything that Maguire can do at Manchester United. So shout out to Ronaldo on a completely separate note. But Ten Hag. Now I saw Daniel, you're from Talking Tactics, and he, obviously you lot being Mourinho stands, he put out the tweet saying, I want Ten Hag to win exactly what Mourinho won, just to see something. And those Mourinho fanboys like to, I guess, not overstate what Mourinho done, but to cover up all the failures around his tenure. He was very good for a year and a half, but once that January came, and it's not all down to him, it was to do with a few players who we did sign, things fell apart. So let's not tell half stories when we're talking about the managers since Fergie. Moyes was in a very hard position. I think anyone who followed directly Fergie was always going to struggle. And then you could argue that Ten Hag is in the most favorable position of any of the managers since, because the further you are away from Fergie and the less success that you have during that period, the expectations then become lower. Moyes was expected to defend the title. Mourinho, based on his reputation and I guess how close we were to recent success, was also loaded with a lot of expectation. Oli came with a lot of vibes, and then because of those good results, it was like, oh, expectation, and it fell flat on his face. Ten Hag came on the back of the worst season we've ever had in the Premier League, so he's already coming in a position where we didn't have any expectations, which could help. But when you look at the first 2 games of the season, it showed that even if we're not saying out loud we have expectations, the expectations are there. People were saying that he's going to get sacked after he got Frank de Boer, just another Dutch manager. So the expectations from Man United are always there. So I'm not going to take away from what he's done based on the fact that others had greater expectations from when they were signed. Manchester United were in a very tricky position when he came into the club, and the situation
about the Hag.
Yeah, Ten Hag.
Okay.
And the situations haven't got any better. Easier, should I say, with Cristiano Ronaldo's situation. And all the dramas that bring. Now, obviously, we've got the reigniting of the Mason Greenwood situation. And I think just in general, now that there's the sale of the club, potential sale of the club, there's never a quiet day at Manchester United. And he's had to deal with all of that without complaining about fixtures, without complaining about refereeing decisions. He's just got on with his job. And he's got on with his job to the extent that he's won the first trophy available. As small as the Carabao Cup is or isn't or whatever, he couldn't win the Premier League in February. He couldn't win the Premier League in February. He can't win the Europa League in February. He can't win the FA Cup in February. He can only win the what's in front of him. And he won the first available cup while still in all those competitions that I speak about. So all credit goes to Erik Ten Hag, the way that he's improved these players. But time will be the judge about whether he's a true successor. But what I would say, I don't think there's ever been as much confidence behind a Manchester United manager that I see and saw before going into his final, by the way, not just based on...
Nick's just say you're back. Nick's just say United are back.
We're not
back. Everyone will be scared. Qatar, what's up, baby? All me up.
We're not back until we start winning Premier League and challenge for Champions League again. But I have never seen... this is the most confidence I've seen behind a manager since Fergie, and that started, let's say, a month or so before this final. This final is only going to give him more confidence in the fan base, more confidence with the players, hopefully more confidence with the owners, which you hope is new owners, and can springboard for more success. At the start of the season, I was not expecting top 4, but I was hoping that we could potentially push for it. I wasn't demanding a trophy, but I was hopeful that we could potentially win a trophy. As it stands right now, and I said this a couple of days ago, actually, if we actually end this season with less than 2 trophies, I'll be disappointed. And that's the position Ten Hag has brought us to. That I'm actually saying 2 trophies is kind of what I'm expecting from us now.
Okay, so
Fury won on points.
No, but if it's just FA Cup on the Carabao, okay, if you win the FA Cup Carabao, you don't win the Europa League and you come 5th, what's that season?
From the position we're in now, very disappointing. I think for the position we're in now, we have to finish in the top 4, bare minimum. Even if we finish 4th, I'll be disappointed because we really should finish 3rd minimum as it stands. So if we drop out of the top 4 and win the FA Cup, for me, as it stands, and it's a poor season because they raised the expectations through their level of performance. So now I have a bar. I've moved my bar. My bar for their minimum level of performances has risen. If we drop out of the top 4, that means we have sunk way below that level. Spurs and Newcastle are struggling. I know they Spurs beat Chelsea today, but who doesn't beat Chelsea? They're both struggling for results. Liverpool struggling, Chelsea struggling. The top 4, for me, I'm not even thinking about not getting top 4. That's not my concern. I'm actually thinking, can we finish 2nd? That's what I'm like, can we finish 2nd? Can we win another cup? Potentially, if the draws are in our favor, if other clubs are looking elsewhere at different competitions, can we win 3 cups? Europa League, FA Cup. That's what my head is now. Top 4 for me is a given. So big up Ten Hag for bringing back Manchester United's level of confidence and expectation. And what I'll say, the final thing I'll say is that if we get new owners at the position that we stand right now, if we get new owners, I expect a title challenge next season. And I didn't think I'll be saying that in August. So yeah, Eric 10 months, man. Eric 10 months.
Okay. Let me come to Sheikh J2S. Sheikh J2S, you're back, aren't you, man? Sheikh.
I decline to comment.
What do you mean by no? Okay. React to you winning the Carabao Cup and Ten Hag being Fergie's successor, because why would he not be your successor when we have when you have that kind of profile pick? You're back. Talk to me. You're back.
We're not back yet. This is a small step to greatness. It's a one step at a time. One step at a time. I'm not falling for your tricks. I'm not dumb.
No. Okay, but with this trophy though, what is your feeling now? Are you like Knicks where there's a level of expectation from you, or you're like, oh no, easy does it, let's just go, or do you see that? Oh no, this could be the start of something like where is your mind space now after that Carabao Cup dub?
Oh well, I expect a minimum of a top 3 finish at least. Minimum top 3 finish in this year's Premier League. Second would be amazing from where we started in the season. No one predicted we'd get Champions League, even after the 4-0 against Brentford, the 2-1 loss against Graham Potter. I mean, it's the only big win Graham Potter's got all this season, isn't it?
Okay, can we please stay on topic, please? I think
he's on topic. About Ten Hag.
Yeah, we're talking about Ten Hag. You know, like he lost to Graham Potter of all managers.
Actually, he should have been sacked. How can you lose to Graham? Anyway, sorry.
Yeah, I mean, next season, like Neek said, I expect a title challenge because we'll be in a better competition. Champions League, Europa League, completely different. That Thursday, Sunday thing, it does hamper your season, like in general. It works all the time. So yeah, I expect. I want to say win another trophy at least this season. Europa League, FA Cup. I don't see the Premier League. That's too far of a reach. But Europa League, FA Cup, I'll take that because it would be a good season because no one expected us to get trophies and top 4. I would have beaten your hand up for one or the other, but to get both is a successful season in some ways. It's not the pinnacle of success, but it's a decent road to recovery, as you'd say.
Listen, certain managers will die for 2 trophies, 2 wins even. Let me ask you a question, bro. There was obviously Ten Hag came out with before the final saying, if we win the League Cup, we're not doing a parade. We're not doing a parade for one little League Cup.
Hold on.
Yeah, unlike
let me finish the quote. He said, we need to win multiple. Now, obviously, last season, I think Liverpool did a parade, didn't they, for the 2 cups in the finals that never scored in. By the way, they didn't score 1 goal in either final. But they did a parade.
Shout out to Mason Mans. Thanks for losing our Start FA Cup, man. Thank you.
But this is for me. I wouldn't want a parade if. Like for me, a parade is only worth a parade if you win the FA Cup, a Premier League or Champions League. Now, if we won a Europa League, FA Cup, and League Cup, I might excuse it. I don't know if I'm gonna go, but I might excuse it. But for me, growing up, Man United, we only paraded when we won Premier League, or Champions League. Could be Premier League by itself. Could be Premier League and FA Cup, Premier League Cup. I don't know about a parade. I don't know what you think.
Why not? Why not, Nix?
RDS, are you in Siberia?
I'm on a train, bro. I'm on a train back. Like,
Okay.
can you, was my mic bad? Was it breaking?
No, it's fine. But go to somewhere where
I'll tell you why.
there's
Because
like less wind.
A parade for me is
It's
it's
bad.
when you get
It's
to
bad.
the pinnacle.
It's bad.
Of
Sorry,
success.
guys. I'll
Okay,
bounce out.
No.
For me, a parade is
okay. So
a
Jason,
parade you do when you reach the pinnacle of success, your league or the Champions League. I'm not used to. Mourinho won the League Cup and the Europa League and the Charity Shield in the same season. And if I'm correct, we didn't do a parade.
No,
we didn't do a parade.
No.
So I wouldn't even do it if you won the League Cup.
For me, I think it's the stature of the club. So if let's say you're Scunthorpe or you're West Brom.
Oh yeah.
You do a
Tottenham.
parade if you
Spurs.
win the FA Cup
Tottenham.
or the
Yeah,
thing.
Tottenham.
No, Tottenham. See, Tottenham, you have to, because
Yeah.
I'm sorry, like even if you're a so-called quote unquote big club, if you win the FA Cup thing, you have to do a parade. But if you're Chelsea, you're Man United, did Arsenal do a parade after they won the FA Cup?
Yes.
No,
They
way.
have.
No, not the one with not the one with Arteta. Even the Wenger ones, I don't know.
You click your middle and then you move on with it.
Obviously, Arteta was doing COVID time, so there was never going to do.
Okay, it was during COVID. Okay, no, because my thing was, if let's say
Liverpool did it, but they won like 3 trophies.
No, they only won 2 because we don't want to count the Charity Shield.
Oh, you mean back in 2000? I think it was back in 2001 when they won the fake treble, the League Cup, FA Cup.
No. It's no. For me, I'm with Nix. I think that based off the stature of your club, you should only do a parade if you've won the league and the Champions League, and obviously treble. Obviously, but you need to like doing a parade. And you've only won the FA Cup as Chelsea United doesn't make sense. I mean, like, Jason, where were you at with the guests of parade and so forth?
No, for big clubs, you don't parade little trophies. That's what I'm going to say. If you're Man United, you can parade if you win the Champions League or the Premier League, and if you do the treble or you do the European double or the double in general, that's when you do a parade. Not like this little clubs like Liverpool parading Carabao Cup and what was it? The Queen Lizzie Cup, which is now the King Charlie Cup. So,
King Charles Cup, the King Charles Trophy. King Charles Trophy.
Only big clubs do parades for big trophies. That's what I'm going to say.
Okay, J West, I know Nix is slicker than a can of oil, but let me be straight with you. J West, you're in.
That's like Qatar oil. Oh, yeah, baby.
Come on, J West. I mean, Jesus, come on. This is United are back. Like, okay. Look, can I be real with you? When Casemiro scored, I was like, okay. When Rashford scored, I had that singing feeling. Correct me if I'm wrong. Oh, no, sorry. That was no, sorry. It was another thing. Okay, so here's my thing. I had a sinking feeling when Rashford scored that. I had like PTSD. Because I had flashbacks of like, oh my God. Like that's jersey, this damn. Do you know what this jersey has done to me? The way things that I have to have it because it's actually an amazing jersey. But this jersey is literally PCS because this is the treble jersey with the zipper and the collar and so forth. Jason, I think you're back. Jason, I think you're back. And you know what makes it sick? It is coinciding with what could potentially be Chelsea's worst season. Jason, do you understand where I am right now?
I mean, I can't really comment on Chelsea because they're too far down the table, to be honest, to even comment on them. I mean, can you even see them?
That's HH when Rashford scored.
Oh Lord! Oh, no. But what kind of season do you think you'll have? And I want to go right to one. What kind of season do you think United will have?
I think we'll at least get minimum top 3 finish because Spurs, Newcastle. I don't think Liverpool will really get it because I don't know what the hell they're doing. I mean, I'm seeing Jordan Ibe run past Henderson. I mean, what's going on there?
It's real. It's getting real bad.
Real. So I expect us to get top 3 finish and another trophy. FA Cup, Europa League, doesn't matter which one it is.
All right. Z-Man, United man. Is Ten Hag that dude, man? I was always right about him. Mike, meet your mic.
No, the thing is, you were actually pretty wrong about tonight. Extremely wrong.
Okay, Zeman.
But
Okay,
one of the things
when I speak
I want to
quickly about something, that means you skip it and so forth. So you don't need to address it.
Z-Man,
this is,
speak on
I
it.
tell you, no, you told me this is the truth. This is the truth. This is the truth, and this is the truth. But I remember we used to have conversations about Ten Hag being a system, and I was a big advocate, system merchant. And I was a big advocate of saying he's not that. And I've been proven right. Even at Ajax, bro, this guy dealt with De Jong as a midfielder, where they used to go through centrally, and then De Jong moved, and then he decided to go through through the flank. This guy isn't so attached to his system as much as everyone thinks he is. I think he molds to the team he has.
Zeman, let's be real. Judging by what it's from Ajax specifically, that's Ajax Tottenham semi. Nobody thought that Ten Hag would be this adaptable.
No, I thought of that because for me, what proved it was actually the season after, when he lost all his players and they were still playing, they're still playing sensational football, particularly relying on their flank, on their wingers, no longer having adequate type of midfielders that fit the De Jong mold. So he's shown that he's adaptable. When he came to Manchester United, I said that he's going to need time. I didn't think he would be this successful immediately. I thought it was going to take him time with, Man United and the situation they find themselves in. And to be honest with you, he's been doing a brilliant job. Like he's absolutely got this team stable, and he got the whole team, fighting for one cause. Because majority of the time, it's pretty. The situation he found himself at in Manchester United, it was very toxic.
Yeah.
You either had the Greenwood situation, which was going on, people, arguing back, will he come back, won't he come back? And then he had the whole Rashford, majority of fans giving up on him, saying that he might not necessarily be good enough. We should sell him. You also had the Cristiano Ronaldo situation where Ten Hag didn't necessarily, want to rely on him consistently. So there was that back and forth.
The Cristiano was a huge W for Ten Hag. That's a huge W because you're going up against the most obsessive, rabid kind of fan base of a player that anyone has ever seen, and he stood his ground. And because someone said, how badly has that? Because someone said this on a comment in the previous stream. How badly has that interview aged? Look at just how well United have done since that interview.
Yeah, and he's shown, he's shown the type of mentality he has, and the type of manager he has by the way he carries himself in press conferences, and the way the players seem to buy his ideas. So you got to give him all the credit in the world, and he is responsible for that. He's the main person responsible for that, because I know it's not it's not the Glazers, but I always want big clubs to be at the top, particularly Manchester United, because they were involved in the greatest moments of my childhood.
Then why did you want Chelsea to be at the top of them?
No, but history. I'm talking about historical teams. You're more like a Sunderland. I heard you guys have the same amount of league titles as Sunderland have relegation.
Watch your mouth. Just watch your mouth.
But yeah, I think he's doing an exceptional job, and I do think that with the competition, we don't know what's going to happen with Klopp. In this situation, I mean, it seems like their owners aren't going to leave. They're not going to leave. So, and then you have Chelsea that's rebuilding. You have an Arsenal side that's rejuvenated. A Man City side that's still trying to find a way to make their forwards click. I just feel like this is the perfect time for him to come in to this type of situation where the Premier League is at. You have teams that are trying to climb their way up to the top, and you have teams that are regressing. So. I feel like this is perfect for him. He's going to succeed at this club.
Can I speak on this?
And Man United are back. Man United are back, by the way.
Zeman, you've spoken for like the last 3,000 hours, bro. Stop hogging the mic. Mike, go for it.
All right, cool.
Insult him.
H7 right now. If United are stuck with this place, who will do a better job, Allardyce or Ten Hag?
No, but okay, Mike, hold on. Mike, can I
so there we go, people.
Mike.
So there we go, people.
No, Michael. Okay, now, Mike.
Matt said Allardyce.
Mike, here's the thing.
This is the GOAT analyst, people, by the way. The GOAT analyst.
The 60 millionth piece of evidence. When I'm saying you don't know what you're saying, this is what I mean. Whenever
Joseph, go to Nigeria and vote.
Can we
Joseph,
just
go
say
to your
this
country and vote.
This is the self-proclaimed goal analyst. You have to
Goat analyst.
self-proclaim.
Exactly.
He calls himself the goat analyst. Well,
Exactly,
Mike,
self-proclaimed.
Okay, can I? Okay, first of all, that's taken way out of context. Way out of context. Because
what's the context?
Okay, hold on.
Tell me what's the context.
Okay, first of all, do you know the thing about this with receipts? It's just a little piece. Now, what Mike didn't play was how we were joking. It was jovial, and I was having a laugh. I wasn't being serious.
It was locker room talk.
So, it's as the English would say, locker room banter. As the Brits would say, locker room banter.
Oh,
So,
it was banter. Okay,
yeah,
gotcha.
like Mike, do you really feel like if I was going to rate Sam Allardyce over a guy who took Ajax to the freaking sevens, a guy who's a disciple of Christ? Come on, bro. It was banter. Come on, man.
I don't know. You said
No,
that
no,
after 2 games. You said that after 2 games with Ten Hag at Manchester United.
You did say that Joao Felix is the best player in the league, so
I said best football brain, and he still does have the best football brain. I stand by.
I'm not going to lie. You would take Allardyce at Chelsea over Potter.
Mike, can you just continue?
Okay. Well, look, United are not back. If United fans really think they're back, this is then United at a downfall. United are back when they're winning Premier Leagues and when they're winning Champions Leagues. That's what United are. That's just straight facts, even coming from a Liverpool fan. However, they didn't play the greatest game today, but it don't matter. It's about picking up those trophies, picking up the medal, and Neeks is being shameless saying Maguire picked up a trophy, and he's the first one who picked up the trophy. That is even worse. I admire them both. Hey, look. He's got to win something first, Neeks. He's got to win the Premier League. It's cool winning the Carabao Cup. You can pick up those ones, but win the Premier League. That's when the United are back. When is the last time United have won the Premier League?
Be careful what you wish for.
2022.
No, this is the thing, though.
Hold on, Mike. On this topic, though, Mike. So wait, when did Liverpool play Man U? Is that April?
It's next weekend.
Not next week. Now, Mike, if Man U destroy Liverpool,
Man United.
Oh no, I expect it. No,
but
this is
should Klopp walk based on what that game is?
He's a Napoli fan now, anyways.
Should Klopp walk?
Look. Possible Naples Studios. I'm expecting. I'm preparing my parade in May. So I don't know what you're talking about, HH. That Liverpool game next weekend between United better win that game. It'd be shameful if they didn't win for how bad Liverpool are at the moment and how good United are.
It's Anfield. It's Anfield.
Neeks, Leeds have won at Anfield.
5-2. Mike.
5-2.
But you're saying that United are not back, though.
No, of course not. Wait. Are Chelsea back when they're winning the Carabao Cup, HH?
Chelsea would die for a Carabao Cup right now.
They don't have the same heritage.
We have higher benchmark.
No, we have standards, man.
So Mike, you want to wait? So for me, you're like, let's see at the end of the season. Let's see next season.
No. Okay, look, Ten Hag is building something very great here. There's no doubt about it. But United they're not fully back until they're winning Premier Leagues. This is what this club is about. That's why they have the most Premier Leagues. It's cool winning the Carabao Cup. What this trophy does is it gives you confidence. It builds momentum, and it builds, maybe some could say, a dynasty. Because you win that first trophy, you get a taste of it, and then you want more. And then you want more glory. And then you want the biggest glory, which is the Champions League and the Premier Leagues. This is what it does. Look, with the way that things are going, Ten Hag is going to win a Premier League. He just needs to get a couple more pieces. He needs to get a striker. If they get Kane or Osimhen, and then they get a midfielder next to Casemiro, oh, bro, it is looking peak for next season.
I said this in January, but I said it a bit tongue in cheek. I was like, if we get Kane in January, we win the league. But now that I'm actually sitting there, if we got Kane, obviously we went in for him, but if we actually got Kane in January, I would be backing us to win the league this year. Like, Ten Hag is the truth. You don't understand how much belief he has given to Man United fans. And this is before the Carabao Cup. No, this is before forget the cup. Forget the cup just happened today. It's another game that we won. But the man is cooking. He's cooking something. And you're looking at it like,
I don't want the meal though. I don't want.
You know what's the funny thing as well, Nix? He's not even playing his possession style football that he was playing at Ajax.
And that's why he's even better.
He's adapting to the players, and
he's playing good. He's playing good right now.
He's playing good football. He's getting the results and getting the trophies. Exactly. Wait till he actually has to play possession style football with pressing with the players he wants. My lord, it could really get dangerous for the Premier League.
We went to the new camp and played ball. Like we played ball at the new camp.
No, Nix,
like,
no, sorry, Nix,
no,
don't do that.
that's
not-
No,
you
that's
didn't.
Camp
You
Nou in
didn't play
2023.
ball. Like,
I don't.
That's
Yeah,
Camp
but
Nou in
that's
2023.
fine. No,
me,
but
bro.
H, that's fine. But the reality is, we're not playing. We're not competing against Barca 09. We're competing against the teams in the world now. So if we can go to the point I'm making is, if we can go to the Camp Nou and do what we did, if we can play in the way that we did against Man City, hopefully we can beat.
No, this is not the Camp Nou no more. This is the Spotify Stadium, man. This is not the Camp Nou no more.
Allow it, man.
Thank you, Kenny. Thank you. So it's Drake. Okay,
come on,
you balled at Drake. And
Alonso at center back. I swear that I could score a goal against that
What's
guy.
the name of that white skinny chick who sings like that famous?
HH, can I speak on this?
No. AK, go for it.
I think Man United aren't back yet because I know Man United win Premier Leagues and compete for the Champions League title when they're back, but they're starting to bring the winning culture again. So I think that's a start. And I think Man United's success is built based on their defense. Like Man United defensively in my opinion, they've been like the best defensive team in the league based on the amount of clean sheets they get. They concede like in certain games like 6 or 5 goals. Those are outliers, and they get a lot of clean sheets. So I think they're the best defensive team in the league, and they're getting the points. And then when they get like the players that they need, they're gonna play the football that Ten Hag wants.
But okay, let me ask you: are you surprised by the instant impact that Casemiro has made, or you always knew that Casemiro would do this, or are you a bit surprised?
I always knew that I thought Casemiro was going to do very well for United. I wasn't in doubt of his abilities. I thought he was going to do very well. I thought he was going to compete for being one of the best midfielders in the league when he came to United.
Can I have a quick question? Because obviously, we all know Casemiro is the best defensive midfielder in the world. We all know that, right?
Bro, I don't think it's about in the world anymore. I think it's now all time discussion.
Whoa, one second.
He's in the discussion though.
One second, but we agreed he's the best defensive midfielder in the world. Cool.
Easily.
Is he the best midfielder in the world? Full stop.
Top 3.
He's not better than Marco.
Who's in the? Forget that.
Wait. Just say Marco. Hold on. Do you know what I said? And I got a text for Twitter. I said he's the best all-round player in the world. In terms of
that's another.
No. Lucas Torreira. Listen what I said. Listen. In terms, wait. In terms,
that's the point. This guy said Torreira is the best all-round player in the world.
Simon, how do I meet you? No, it's in terms of tackling, defending, passing, distribution, final third, work, and goal scoring. I don't think anybody, if you just take all of those elements together, is as complete as an all-rounder as him. Now, some guys may be superb at defending, but in terms of a decent to really good level of defending, midfield work, and attacking work, he's the best all-rounder.
1 second. So people are saying in the chat Modric, and I'm going to get onto that in a second. But there was a time, well, at least for me, and I didn't go as early as a lot of people. It was only when he went to the Bernabeu and balled out, and I said, you know what, he cemented himself. And I had Kevin De Bruyne as the best midfielder in the world. Now, maybe this season he's not at that level, but in the last 2 or 3, I think they went to the Bernabeu in 2019, 2020, something like that. And I would say for about 2-3 years, he was for me the best. So the Modric one, it comes and goes. He has a good tournament here and cool, whatever. But in the last 2 matches that Casemiro played with Modric on the same team, he was the best outfield player on the pitch. The Champions League final, he was the best outfield player on the pitch. Courtois won man the match. And in the Super Cup, I know it's a Super Cup, I get it. But the last 2 matches that they played for trophies together, Casemiro was the best midfielder, best outfield player on that pitch alongside Modric. So,
I mean,
I thought Modric was better. Nick, you have to. So where are you at with that statement? Let me say that based on that description, he's the best all-round player in terms of defensive work, midfield work, attacking work.
But I think when you say that, you're basically saying he's the best midfielder because that's what a midfielder is in the true sense of the world.
When you say best midfielder, you've got to qualify your statements. Are you talking about today?
No.
Or a number 10?
No, but HH, a midfielder in the true sense of the word.
But it's changed. No, but see, Nix, you're right. If we're talking about the 90s or the early 2000s, in 2023, you can't say that because it depends on. Are you talking about number 10, a box to box? Because it has changed.
But we already prefaced it with us agreeing. One second, I prefaced it with us agreeing that he's the best DM. So on the defensive side, he's nailed that.
Yeah.
So what would the question then becomes? Is his attacking better than the best attacking midfielder's defensive work? Because his defensive work is at the highest level. There's no better attacking midfielder than he is a defensive midfielder. If you give me the best attacking midfielder, is his attack better than Casemiro's defense? At best, they're on the same level.
So
now you're comparing their weak points.
Is his
attack better than someone's defense?
Who are we saying is the best attacking midfielder?
Well, someone said top three. Someone said he's top three. So I did ask who's in that three.
Well, when you guys are saying best, are we talking about this season on form, or are we talking about
in general? You can say career, but also current.
In general, are you talking about in general?
Modric.
I'd also put Cruz as well, bro.
You know why I like doing form? The beauty about form is form makes sense for what we do. If we do legacy, it will always be the same answer because I'm sorry. Nobody is beating. For me, in my opinion,
No, HH, I tell you why it's not always because Mbappe is better than Cristiano Ronaldo.
Huh?
Mbappe is better than Cristiano Ronaldo
currently.
Yeah, right now, but it's not form. He is like, how long is form? Form for me is a short period of time. Mbappe has been better than Cristiano Ronaldo for let's say 2 years, 3 years, for example. Let's say 2 years, right? For argument's sake, 2 years better than Cristiano Ronaldo. That's not form. He's better. Cristiano Ronaldo's legacy is still set, and at a point he was, maybe top 10, whatever, when he was dropping down the list. But for someone, when I'm talking about someone like Casemiro, I can't just base it on in the last 15 games. Ødegaard has a good season, therefore he's the best attacking midfielder.
Yeah, that's like Ødegaard and De Bruyne.
I think let's have the three. Let's discuss right now. Who are the hold on.
Who are the three?
Wait, hold on. Let me just hold on. Let me just do the stream mark. So because it's a good discussion. So who are the best three midfielders right now? So Casemiro, give me two. Is it Modric and De Bruyne?
No. I would say
I said Modric.
Hold on, Zeman.
If we're talking about current form, just based on this season, we're talking about this season in general.
Yes.
Then I would say that Modric doesn't make it. I think Cruz gets ahead of him.
Okay.
We're talking about this season.
Okay, so Cruz, Casemiro, and
the third one is up for grabs, man. There's a lot of players that are involved in this.
And therein lies the whole thing. The fact that we don't even have to think before we say Casemiro. Most would say we don't have to think between saying either Cruz or Modric. We now have to think about a third. Because now, if we're saying Casemiro and Cruz, I think we'll all agree that Casemiro over Cruz.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
But because of this season.
This season, I would take Cruz over Casemiro. This season, I swear you guys Casemiro, bro. I swear you guys Casemiro. But they're top two. They're top two. It's arguable.
Zeman, you're building a team. So you have your defenders, you have your attackers, and so forth. And you can only pick one midfielder to put in your team. Zima, shush, let me just make it. You're going to pick one midfielder. This is your main guy. And you can only pick Casemiro or Cruz. Who are you picking as a right now to put you in your midfield? And they're going to be your best midfielder.
Well, right now?
Yeah.
Based on this season, then I'll pick Cruz. I don't know why that's a hot take. That's not a hot take.
I'm not saying it's a hot take. I'm just saying that in terms of the amount of value Casemiro will bring you.
It's not even close, in my opinion.
Can I say
close? Okay. Let me come to Joe.
Bro, Zeman is right. Bro, the first 4 months of the season, Cruz was the best Real Madrid player. He was like arguably Valverde, but Cruz was our best player by
Yeah, he
far.
was ridiculous, bro.
He
People
was
don't give him
so
enough
good.
credit.
Did we forget what he did in the El Clasico in the La Liga? He was so good. Like for good 5 months, he was really balling at Madrid.
Against two,
But,
man.
but
Against
Casemiro has
Barcelona,
been
Casemiro was the
Casemiro's
best
been
player.
the best since the Champions League final up to this point. Granted, he didn't start the first
That's why I
three
said
games
this
against Man
season.
United.
That's
No,
why
but
I
I'm
said
saying
this season.
I'm saying this season. I'm saying from the Champions League final last season right through until now, Casemiro's level hasn't dropped. So what did Cruz do to go past him?
Cruz doesn't offer
Neither-
you enough in the final
don't- like, so-
doesn't offer you enough in the defending box to warrant a comparison with Casemiro, man.
That's
Casemiro
the
completely
point
takes
I was
over
trying
the
to make to Zeman. It's
midfield,
like,
man.
Zeman, I'm talking about the amount of value because see,
because
Zeman, no, Zeman, if you're getting Cruz, you best make sure that team has a good defensive mate. You best hope that guy has an attacking guy because my thing is Cruz without a good defensive guy to help defensively, how much value is going to bring you? Casemiro will help you in defense. Casemiro will help you control the game. Casemiro will help you distribute the ball and also help you in the final third.
But my thing is, we're
Cruz is just
talking
giving you
about
control.
top performers. No, that's not it, bro. That's not only it. This guy was literally switching places with Tchouaméni consistently in the defensive half. What are we talking about? You're acting
When
like this
Tchouaméni
guy.
got injured,
He was literally doing
No,
that.
that's true.
You guys
That-
aren't
no.
giving him enough credit.
No, that's true.
You guys
That's
aren't
true.
giving
That's
him
true.
enough credit. You guys
When
act like
Tchouaméni-
it's bizarre to compare these two. Like
When Tchouaméni got injured, we played Cruz for like 4 games as a DM too. He was doing a lot of this work
And
too.
and now you're 10 points behind Barcelona. Or 7.
Exactly.
What's
No,
your point?
that-
And
So
you're
what's
not
the
in
point?
the title
And you are
race.
Yeah.
So what's the point?
Yeah, that's true. No, like if we real, some of these Napoli midfielders they deserve a shot as well.
Okay, let's go on. So Kenny, where are you putting Casemiro in terms of all midfielders right now in the world? Where are you ranking Casemiro?
Obviously top 3, but I think people are going to be a bit biased because most people they're going to be watching him week in week out. So some of the other guys they might not watch maybe a Cruz or like I said, like some of these Napoli midfielders like Lobotka or Anguissa, they're probably not watching them week in week out. But yeah, top 3 definitely.
Anguissa is good. I like Anguissa.
I mean, no, but you know, sorry, Nick, but you know, you see, when you say to me, that's why it comes down to how you view positions. See, if you say to me, who is the best midfielder? When you say midfielder, what I think of is somebody who controls the game and so forth. I don't really think about a DM. I don't really think about a box to box or even like a number 10. I think about the guy who's right in the middle and he is really controlling the tempo of the game. So whether it be a Zidane, whether it be a Javi or so forth, or a Pirlo.
Zidane?
Was the plan. Yes, Zidane. Yes, I said it. Yes.
No, but HH, based on your definition of a midfielder, I don't understand how you wouldn't put Cruz ahead of Casemiro because he's literally been doing
he's
that.
saying Casemiro is an all-round performer.
No. But he's talking about which one is a better midfielder, and that's what he views what a midfielder is.
Zeman, my thing is, I appreciate Cruz. I've never been that big on Toni Kroos.
Oh my god!
I've never been that big.
He's actually good, bro. I
No,
feel like he's underrated. He's underrated.
I'm saying no, Zeman. I'm saying that all because I've never been big on him doesn't mean that no. Of course, the guy's playing amazing. He's a damn amazing midfielder. I just don't think he's as good as people think he is. Now, all because I don't think he's as good as people think he's. Of course, he's a bloody amazing midfielder.
So
I just don't rate him as highly as people rate him. That's just me.
Someone said he's a good Jorginho.
No, that's disrespectful.
Abeko Darko, where are you rating Casemiro right now?
Think he has a great impact right now. If you remember what happened before
wait, hold on. Now, I need to ask 2 questions now. You just asked me, first of all, are you high? Second of all, did you just wake up?
No, I've been awake for a while.
So the first question then.
Okay, continue.
First question, yeah.
No comment.
Okay, so who are you rating? So why are you rating Casemiro then?
I think he's second.
Okay, thank you, man. Wise game. Where is in Casemiro, bro?
It's a good day. It's a good day today, man. It's a good day today. Hey, Chich, how are you doing? Before we get to anything, man, how are you doing?
If
It doesn't matter how you're
You've activated my
Wow,
trap
then,
card.
bro.
Man, eat a
Wow.
bug.
How do you fall for that? It says like
YSK,
he
man.
usually
He actually
I mean-
thought YSK wanted to know how he felt.
That is messed up, bro.
Book
Yellow?
yourself.
That's a
AJ,
yellow.
That's
book
a yellow.
yourself for it.
No, that's a yellow.
You stuck your
That's
leg out
yellow.
and he just dived over.
That's a
Penalty.
yellow with the VAR check.
That's messed up. That is. And you actually let me begin to actually explain how it was. Oh, that's messed up. Okay, continue. That's good.
Oh man.
Oh, that's messed up, man.
Bro, shout out to Cash Money, man. Shout out to Cash Money. Like,
He's called case. It's called case closed. Case closed. Case
Cash,
closed, man.
bro, Cash Money, man. For years we've gone without a not even forget like a really good midfielder or a world class midfielder. We've gone years without even a half decent midfielder. We've had to deal with McFred, that combo we had to deal with for so long, and just to see a guy. And I wasn't expecting, to be honest, when Casemiro signed, I was like, okay, well, I mean, it's good. We needed a CDM. We needed someone solid in that position. But I didn't expect this. I don't think any United fan expected this kind of performances. Like,
it's crazy, man. Like literally, when like I forgot.
I really hate Happy United.
No, but I forgot what having world-class players look like. A bad performance of Casemiro is a 7 out of 10. When he misplaces a pass, I'm sitting there like, huh? How did you do that? Like you're not supposed.
Yeah, whereas before, it's like when Fred misplaces passes, like, oh, there he goes again. Like,
yeah,
that's his level. So,
Fred is looking decent these days, though.
Wait, Fred looking decent is like, you know.
if Casemiro put in Fred's best performance, he'll slit his throat.
Bro,
wow,
he's that's crazy.
I'm just saying, and I'm not saying sell Fred, but that's just the levels, isn't it? There's levels.
They sell Fred, man. That's just
there's levels.
Bro, see this the whole midfielder debate. I mean, he's definitely top two. What you choose between for me is Dritch, Cash Money, and then Uncle Tony. What? So it's Dritch, Cash Money, and Uncle Tony. But bro, his impact on this team is like him and Licha. Like those two have been so clutch this season.
Licha.
The butcher of Manchester.
The butcher of Manchester, man. The butcher of Manchester.
World Cup winner.
And World Cup winner as well.
Oh no.
That's disgusting.
You're sick.
That's disgusting.
Well, if that happens, football needs to
No,
get
no. Let's see. If that happens, I think that's where we have to have
Wait, hold on.
We have to just fold. We have to fold.
No. Then you have to just give up the sport. Like just
you have to.
Just football has to get adopted, man, by another sport, man.
Liquidate the sport. Liquidate the sport.
Do you know what's funny? How many times do you see like you know have this counter? Fred is someone there, and he takes a wild shot. I know he just goes.
No, bro. Bro, he's constantly smiling and looking around like something.
No, he's
bro. You gave the ball away on a counter, and this guy's smiling.
Bro.
Fred, we know you're gonna do this. The camera isn't going to be like, oh my gosh, Fred is like, we know the camera's gonna move on. He's like.
It's just
he thinks he's in the favelas, man. This ain't it.
That's so accurate,
if you've ever played football, it's like you're dropping a sneaker. You just have to look around, act like
see, man. This guy.
It's one of those guys.
He literally plays. He plays like he's happy to have fresh air, man. Like he's constantly smiling. No, Fred plays like his trim. His trim is dead. Like I don't know what his haircut is doing.
No. He was trying to be like, wait, what's
Killmonger?
Yes, Killmonger.
Yes,
but
yeah.
Killmonger is better. His was sort of like it's weird.
But I can't lie. The Yoga Eurovision guy is like I don't know, bro. They kind of they got their own little thing, man.
Wait,
It's
Kim
not
answer this?
it's not Yoga Bonito, but it's the
Oh,
Yoga
yeah.
Eurovision.
Oh,
It's not
stop
Bonito.
it. You're
Bro, Anthony is something else, man. That guy took the piss. Like that little sequence that he had in the, I think it was second
with
half.
Dan
No,
Burn.
no, it was the first half on Dan Burn.
Dan
He
Burn,
did
where
some,
he took him and went back again for
bro.
more.
He beat his man and then came back and then did the same trick
Why,
again.
are you guys back? United are back, isn't it?
No.
What is? What's your life?
No.
What's your life?
United are back. As in, I know Chelsea fans get excited after winning, or in this case, scoring goals. Obviously that will get them excited. But for United, it's Premier Leagues. Doing the 3P in the Premier Leagues, doubles. Obviously, you wouldn't know what that means. Trebles, you also wouldn't know what that means. So
winning against Man City, you don't know what that
consistent.
Means. Getting cheated,
That was actually
you don't know what that means.
no. I believe. Wait, just a real quick question on that. Actually, when you went to see the trophy at Stamford, did you have to wear a mask and have hand sanitizer? Because I believe when we won it, we could actually touch the trophy and be in close distance. I believe the distance between the trophy and us didn't have to be 2 meters. So
wore a major trophy for Man United. Wore a major trophy.
Or UCL qualification.
Yeah.
Joseph.
Wow.
I hope this is not a Chelsea fan talking, by the way.
I don't speak mid-table.
I need to someone get the captions up because I can't understand.
I speak fluent Carabao energy drink.
Fluent bookie.
Fluent bookie.
Fluent bookie. Come on, YSK. Ten Hag has the swagger. He has the talk. Fergie sings is amazing. YSK, you're back and Chelsea are struggling.
No, it's no.
And
this
you know
is
what?
what.
No. Hold on. You know what it is? I know what. It's fine. I wish I could call up Doc, get into the DeLorean, and I wish I was a lot harsher during the early years.
Wait, who's Doc?
You've not watched Back to the Future?
Doc mine.
You've not watched Back to the Future?
Nunes?
No.
What?
No.
Man, you guys are young.
No, I know Back to the Future.
I mean, we might be young, but you're ancient, so.
Wow.
Yellow. That's yellow.
Respect world veterans.
YSK, are you guys are United back in the game? Yes or no? So we can talk about
no.
Mane.
No, definitely. Like I said, there's levels to this. But can I ask you a question?
No.
Because I missed the Chelsea section. Did Backwards ever turn up to this stream?
No.
So he didn't.
Because what happened was Ford sent me a DM before the game saying that, hey,
no, hey, forget your DM. Forget your DM. No,
wait. Let me hear the DM. Wait.
No.
Hold on. I'm a story merchant. I need to hear the story.
No. Wait, Uncle Neeks. Hold on. Because this guy.
Wait, how do you know I'm Uncle Neeks? Wait, I ain't got your number. What's going on there?
This guy.
No. This is what Ford said. Okay, Ford said this. Same lineup that outplayed Dortmund plus our best goal scorer. Today will be a lot better than last.
Best goal scorer? Is he talking about João Felix? He's talking about João Felix.
Wait. That's not it. That's not all. Hold on. See, this guy Backwards deserved this, man. Because he was running his mouth on the Twitter space. So listen to this.
Listen, man, I get it. I get the fan base is in pieces right now. Everybody's desperate. They're not backing the team. They're not confident in the manager. I get it. But guys, fuck me, bro. This negativity is crazy. I get it. The team's shit. It's been shit, but we're playing Tottenham, man. On the real, these Tottenham players have been used to be getting made our bitches the last 5 years. We've slapped them every time we played them, and they're used to that feeling. And I feel like we can do that again. Yes. In fact, you know what? Everyone's talking about the lineup, but really, it's just Koulibaly and Ziyech that is different from what everybody's lineup really should have been. And ultimately, Koulibaly had a good game against Dortmund. Ziyech had a good game against Dortmund. If Felix could finish and Havertz could finish, he would have had 2 assists, and everybody would be saying, "Oh wow, what a great performance from Ziyech." So, listen, I get it. The team is not amazing right now; it's not in great form right now, but it's good enough to beat that freaking Spurs team. Guys, let's be real.
Forward,
Hashtag let's be real.
Backward.
Hashtag let's be real.
Backwards.
Yeah,
Show
that-
your face. The public need answers. That is embarrassing. Like,
Yeah,
sorry.
man.
There are bad
No.
things.
Okay.
Wait,
What
wait,
else
H,
is there? No. Wait, hold on.
Wait,
No. The last thing he sent was he sent an image of Potter saying, "I have no idea what I'm doing," and he says that we are actually in our Moyes era. And that's what he sent.
Nah, Moyes was better. Moyes was better than this.
This is worse than
Hashtag
Moyes.
let's be real. Backwards. You cut. HH said some wild thing. HH said Big Sam, Eric Ten Hag. That's wild. But what you said, but 12 hours ago, it's worse. It's worse.
No.
That's the worst I've ever heard.
You know what he told
That
me?
is the worst word struck into a sentence I've ever heard in my life.
Nick, you know what makes it worse? I was talking about Felix, and this guy told me Felix is having good games, and I told him to name the game. This guy was silent, bro.
Wait, hold on, what? Bro, I missed the first half. I missed the first half of the stream. I hope you guys went into the man. The ow.
I want to, bro.
I hope you went in on it, man. Like,
So let's look at this.
Let's talk about the Felix, man.
The Portuguese Michael Jackson, man. What
the Portuguese Stuart Downing, bro. That's all he is, bro.
Alhambra, and Chelsea in serious relegation trouble. Of the 13 games left, we play Liverpool, Man United, Arsenal,
April 22nd ain't looking good for you.
Jesus.
Also Brighton.
Then 3 away ties of teams out of the top 6 with a bad away record.
Is Chelsea going to get
we have
relegated?
5 recent games.
Is Chelsea going to get relegated? Let's ask the tough
You might
questions.
get relegated. You might see your 7th relegation again. You know?
This is a real possibility.
Is that more than league
Then it will be have
more relegation than league titles possible.
It'll be have championship hope.
Oh, God forbid it's stage. Oh, God forbid. Half Hope's mistress. Why are we looking at you from a weird angle? Because my iPad is acting like a loser, so I'm having
someone in the street says it's a spank bang angle. Man.
That might be a real
Hope's mystery, so I should look it up.
Snake Eyes, shout out to the Waffler shout outs. Okay.
Oh, me while I was doing my shout outs.
Half Hope's mistress. Stare the rim with a manager with 0 coaching badges, less than Javi, has more points. We start the rim with a manager with 0 coaching badges, has more points than Chelsea with 37, will still the real VMP. Hashtag football manager. Look, man. It's peak. President Jafar, Ten Hag gets results, Potter trusts the process. Look, for me, no. Like, it's... I mean, why? This is just so bad. Like, I look at Ten Hag and at United. I just look at Chelsea because one guy, he's getting results, they're trying to win trophies, and another guy says, "Oh no, well," a guy's trying to explain why they listen to Southampton.
Yeah.
Sapira, yep. Thank you for the dub. Yeah, the interview aged so badly. We haven't seen the CR7 stands on the Hangout since. During that time, they were here week in, week out. Bro,
did we speak about his first half hat trick? I think we might have missed that maybe yesterday.
Oh, come on, bro.
Oh,
come on.
for Al Nassr.
It's a good hat trick.
Abrisfer, HH said it's banter. Yet said, okay. Thank you for that, Abrisfer. So we're gonna keep that moving on. Marko Siklic. Casemiro is great, but comparing his brilliance to Modric is idiotic. Just stop it. Modric's class was evidence from his Dinosaur days. Great central midfielder.
What are you
That's
talking
not
about?
what's saying. It's not. You see,
bro.
what we were saying.
People just be
based
making
on
up stuff,
form.
bro.
Yes,
bro, that's pure cap. But like nobody remembered his Dynamo Zagreb.
When we do reviews of those games, be like, oh, that guy.
Wait. This is complete BS, man. Bro, the way we remembered this guy was he was a wonder kid on Football Manager, man, for Dynamo Zagreb.
Bro,
nobody remembered.
No, he was good. He was good for Spurs.
Wait, hold on.
For Spurs.
This comment
hold on. Now say, do you remember Saviola on Championship Manager?
Yes.
And also,
I remember him on
there
winning
were two
11.
guys together. There was Saviola and Montolivio.
Bro, do you
Okay,
remember
then-
Romedal?
I'm not gonna lie.
Montolivio, oh my
Romedal
god.
was the other one.
Montolivio, bro. If you got Montolivio on that challenge manager, bro, that guy was like a world class player the next 3 years. Listen,
Bro,
no, but
complete snap
Saviola was
at
the
him, man.
one.
Complete snap at us. It's crazy.
Zeno, best centre back partnership, winger and midfield in the world. I expect a league title and a UCL next year. There will be no rebuild revisionism talk next year.
They're 5-6 players away.
I already said that I expect if we get Kane and better owners, I expect a challenge for the league title next year. Like there's no excuses at that point.
Boo. Madrid last year had 51 points. This year, 52 points. Yeah, I mean, look, it's but then Barca going to lose to Almeria. Okay, guys, I wanna say something very rude. I'm gonna put this out there. Anybody can respond. Streets, you can respond. Panel on the streets will respond. Is Nene holding back PSG?
Yes.
No, Mbappe is holding them back.
No. What do you mean?
Don't ever say that
He's-
about
This way,
Mbappe.
He's holding
Who
back
said that?
Rafaela right now.
Who said that?
No, that's crazy.
Okay, Joseph,
No,
talk to me. Joseph, is Nene holding them back? Yes or no?
Yes, of course. Like, come on.
Okay. No, Joseph, as you said this, remember he is still the most expensive player in the world, 200 mil plus. But continue.
Yes, and I blame people like you once again for allowing Neymar to leave Barcelona. Like when
Joe in
by the way,
2017, it seemed
I'll
right at the time.
let me land, man. Zip it, bro. Like
Hey yo.
I remember
Me
when-
personally.
what was going on.
Joe, just
I remember when Neymar went to PSG, and I came on this hangout and argued ad infinitum that Neymar threw away his career by going to PSG. And HH sat there in his infinite wisdom and told me it was the best move. He had to become the main man. He shouldn't have taken the insult from Messi. He was downplayed, downtrodden, and disvalued, and so on and so forth. What rubbish! Now look at you. Now look at Neymar. Nothing. His career has gone downhill. He hasn't achieved nothing. He's become irrelevant, and it's actually sad now because we all know what he could have become. And
let me. Bayern, second leg. If you're Galtier, would you be brave enough to drop Neymar and rely on Messi and on Mbappe?
He wouldn't be brave enough. The truth is,
no, Joe. I'm asking you. If you were an
if I was Galtier,
would you drop Neymar and say, "Yo, Messi and Mbappe, I believe in you too," without Neymar messing things up?
Well, obviously, it depends on the way the form they can keep up. Wait, when's the Bayern game?
March
That's on
8th.
8th.
So in 1 week and a half.
Next week.
Yeah, a week and a half. So basically, after this week, next week's on Wednesday.
Yeah.
March 8th. March 8th.
If they go into the next game and they look as good as they did in this game, then yes, I would. Because one thing I do know is this current formation with PSG having not as much the whole team because the defense is garbage and Donnarumma is a bozo, but up front having Messi and Mbappe partnership is a proven formula. If you have someone that can run, finish, and press.
Sorry. When you say proven formula, just in terms of profile or?
Yeah, I'm getting to it. So if you have someone who can run, press, and finish alongside Messi as a front two, that is a proven formula. We saw it at Barcelona when it was Messi and Neymar, and then Suarez came and it was Messi and Suarez, and then now with the World Cup we saw it again with Messi and Alvaro.
Penalty tax. Come on. Sorry, continue.
Yeah. So the point is, I think it can work. Mbappe just needs to run him behind. Messi needs to find him. They play on the counter. Neymar adds nothing to the. What does he really add? Besides
Pressing.
diving and okay, that to be fair, that's true. Neymar does press very well, but
that's not for an attacker.
Does he press enough, or compared to if that was like another random man in his place? Probably not. So I think for the balance of the team, it would be better because Messi doesn't do it. He just walks around. It'll be better to have another midfielder in there to help the bombs they have in midfield have some form of cohesion and flood that midfield area. Get some stability and pressing game on the wings and the flanks, and leave Messi to do the creativity in the middle and Mbappe running off of him. Neymar, we all know he isn't motivated. There's nothing left for him in football. His chain got snatched by Croatia, and and now he came back.
That's Fred Monger.
Don't say it like that.
What was Fred Monger doing? Get back and defend.
No. It is what it
No,
is.
that was
No.
David.
No.
Can I ask
No.
something
See, Joe, you've opened up. It is so one. Like
Hey,
I don't think Neymar. No. Neymar is never going to recover from that Brazil game. Never. Never recover.
Important question. Are you allowed to win a World Cup if you only walk and get a hat trick on your head in the final? I don't know what the rules are. You tell me. But anyway, sorry, continue. I don't want to interrupt.
If Cristiano Ronaldo did this,
I don't want to interrupt.
Hey, you're forgetting about the ref.
So and then he came back to PSG after getting his chain
Joseph, he's
snatched.
finished. Joseph,
And-
I warned you
and-
about this before the
and-
World Cup. I warned you. I warned
Shush,
everybody.
Shush, you're the cause.
But wait, HH, you're the same guy that want him at Chelsea. Why would you want him at Chelsea?
Vibes.
Oh my gosh, man.
Joe, let Joe talk, man.
So he got his chain snatched at the World Cup. He was supposed to find solace with his dear friend Messi at his club in Paris, in Paris, and have fun and chill. But then he came back to PSG, and after having his chain snatched, Mbappe undressed him and left him in the streets.
Man.
He's been destroyed and left naked on the streets.
This is getting too good.
Nix, how did we get to a position where
where Neymar's naked? Yeah, I'm figuring this out.
Okay, no. Joe is a bit wild. So, but how do we get to a point where the most impressive player in the world, a guy who was supposed to be the best player of his generation, a guy who was supposed to take the baton from Pele, Ronaldinho, and so forth, people are now saying that he's now surplus to requirements as PSG.
Like, we didn't say it.
Joe, you've already talked to you.
Mbappe was the one that started this. He said
Joseph,
Neymar
quiet your
should
mouth.
be
You've
out
spoken
on
the
the
last 2
streets.
hours. Nick, speak up one. What's also Puna?
Wow, what the hell was that?
What does that mean?
I'll tell you what happened.
Nigeria tax.
And Mbappe happened. When Neymar, because did they go in was it the same summer they went?
Yeah, it was the same summer. Yeah, it was the same summer.
But
because Mbappe was alone, and then they bought him.
Alone. FFP. Neymar, 200 million. He's supposed to be the superstar. It's his club. He thought that there was only 3 players in the world or 2 that could talk to him, Ronaldo and Messi, and he was number 3. Therefore, he needed his own club. Ronaldo had Real Madrid, Messi had Barcelona. He needed his own club. But what he didn't know was that Mbappe was actually the real heir to the throne, the real successor to the legacies that Ronaldo and Messi laid in football. And I think that's just thrown him out of kilter. And obviously, Mbappe being a Parisian homeboy, etc. What place does he really have at PSG? Because it's not his club. He's gone from one man's side chick, respectfully, to another boy, to a boy side chick. Mbappe is a child. Mbappe was a child.
Wait. Relax, Neeks, relax.
Joseph, I swear, if you interrupt again, man, I'll throw you out. Next, continue.
He had to play second fiddle in if not by the hierarchy, at least by the fans, the media, and the heart of those people. And that's really what's happened. So I think Neymar just doesn't have a place. He's lost his place in football. He's lost his place at PSG in terms of his standing. It was supposed to be his club. It's no longer his club. So what the hell is he doing there? He didn't go there to play second fiddle.
But like I was saying to these guys that Remember how good Neymar was before the World Cup? And people are saying, well, that's because he's getting himself in good gear for the World Cup. And I said to people that if Brazil don't win the World Cup, but specifically the manner in which they go out, Neymar's going to mentally check out of football. And what we're seeing is he's mentally checked out. And this is what I say to people is 100%. I think as of right now, if PSG wants to have any chance of winning this UCL, you would rely on Messi and Mbappe because let's be real, Nick, you will know this better than anyone. Even you, Mr. JJ, who is fake Brazilian. How many Brazilian attacking superstars are relevant post 30, 31, 32?
Zero.
Expired like milk, man.
Yeah, like
I mean, ask your boy R9.
Thank you. Zim, man, like it is what it is because for them it's like boom, we hit it, get away, and like they're not as professional as a Cristiano, they're not as professional as a Messi, not as professional as a Hazard. So
Neymar
once they just take that level and so forth, they start and so
It means
forth.
Thorgan. Neymar's career ended at the World Cup.
Yes.
Like at that point, what are you playing for? His real legacy in football is Brazil. He could. R9 never won a Champions League, but he's still considered one of the greatest players.
Wait, can you say that again?
I don't need to. I respect R9. Unlike a lot of you bums on this chat, I think it's absolutely it's disgusting, to be honest.
No, he's a war veteran. I respect him, bro.
It's because of
Grenades.
No, it's HH, man. You can't be.
Let's weak slam. Let's weak slam.
When HH calls me weak, I got problems. Like I must have said something wrong because HH never. No, but R9 never won a Champions League. I'll say it again, yeah. But he's still considered one of the greatest players of all time, and in some people's mind, the greatest player of all time.
Yes.
Because his legacy is the World Cup. Neymar knows that he could win 5 Champions Leagues, and if he didn't win the World Cup with Brazil, when all is said and done, it don't really matter. He wouldn't be considered one of the greatest Brazilians of all time. It wouldn't. The club that he won the Champions League will rate him. The footballing world in general will rate him. But he's Brazilian first and foremost. So at every tournament that's gone by where it's less and less likely that he's going to be successful in Brazil, I think it's just, it takes a knock to his career. The fact that they won the Copa America without him, he gets to the final and loses to Argentina, that is a big dent. His best moment as in his Brazil career is winning the Olympics, scoring the winning penalty in the Olympics. And the fact that the Olympics is a joke of a tournament when it comes to football, but it meant so much to him in Brazil, shows how much playing for Brazil is important. He's the top goal scorer of Brazil, but nobody thinks he's greater than Pele. So what's that got to do with anything? It means nothing unless you're winning the World Cup. And listen, it wasn't Neymar's fault. Neymar scored a brilliant. That goal was fit enough to win any game of football. That goal should be put into World Cup legacy because it should have been the goal that took them through to it would have been the semi-finals where they would have played Argentina, I believe.
Yeah.
But Brazil messed up. They messed up. And they conceded the goal to Croatia, and he scored his penalty. No, wait, no, he didn't take it.
No, he didn't take because he went fifth, and then obviously Marquinhos and Rodrigo.
It was his fault. It was his fault. That game.
No. He should have won first.
Step up.
He should have won first.
Mbappe
No,
scored
the
a hat-trick
90th
in the
minute.
final.
What about the whole
and
90th minute?
Mbappe scored his hat-trick in the finals and scored his first penalty and still lost the World Cup. Like, there's only so much you can do. But what I'm saying is that I think when the moment they got knocked out, to him, he's like, what am I playing for? Am I even going to be here for the next World Cup? Maybe I could win a Copa America, but what's that really going to do for me? Like, it's a sad story, man. It's a sad story. I like Neymar.
Can I ask him?
Can I speak on this?
I want to speak on this as well.
Before I talk on this Pierre Neymar stuff, I'm going to talk about the game.
Okay.
Today we had a team that were in a title race and threw it away because a manager thought that running merchants could win against the best team in France. Today, Marseille's title race is finished because we pinned our hopes on Matteo Guendouzi winning a midfield battle versus Marco Verratti. So today is a very sad day. On Neymar and Mbappe, this thing is, I feel like as long as you have Mbappe and Messi or Neymar, PSG are good. You can't accommodate all three of them. Mbappe and Neymar works just as well as Mbappe and Messi. But it depends on who plays, because Messi and Neymar...
Messi, you're saying all three don't work. You have to pick two.
You have to pick all. You can't pick all three because two of them occupy the same spaces as each other. So you can't pick all three. And you have basically two creators who want to do the same thing. It doesn't work. And you have to pick two of them when you're playing a top team, because Mbappe to run in behind and Messi or Neymar to find that pass. And it depends on who you want to play, Messi or Neymar. And
No. Okay. So what do we do with Neymar? Is there a
Todd B? Todd B, sign him up.
The bridge, man. The bridge.
No, we don't want him, man.
Bring him to the brothel, man. Bring him to the brothel.
Just for the
I don't want him. I don't want him near. Nah.
How can you say you don't want him when you got players like Pulisic and that on your wings?
No, it doesn't. No, it doesn't matter. No, it's because the implication. Man is old already. You see the way he's playing.
With Neymar? Kenny, where are you at with Neymar and this whole PSG fiasco?
Obviously,
are we being too harsh? Maybe we're being too harsh.
No. It's at the forefront of that. Like when you move for that type of money, the expectation was to win the Champions League, and he's failed at his job. And then the thing sometimes as well is because obviously it's not his fault because it was availability. But at the end of the day, like if you miss games, like we can excuse you if it's one or two times. Like it's too often. Every time there's injuries at important moment of the season. Like I'm sorry, like it's your fault at the end of the day. And like they said, you moved with the Mbappe, and then Mbappe become like now is basically this team is Mbappe FC. Like if you look at them without Mbappe, like it's terrible. They need him to run in behind.
We saw it. We saw it. What way we call it against Bayern in the first half.
Bayern, yeah. Mbappe basically is the most important player, and like
Mbappe is just the best player in the world, isn't it? Let's just keep it. Mbappe is the best player in the world. No matter what the FIFA Best Award happens.
No, Rashford's the best player in the world, man.
And like in his team, like you can't be having three of them because the obviously even in the offense it's tough, and then defensively like there's not enough. The run he lacks running. Like they said, Mbappe has to start, so he's either Messi or Neymar.
Do you think PSG can flourish? Specifically, can they win that UCL with just Messi and Mbappe? Is Messi and Mbappe enough?
Yeah, it is. For me, the way I've seen the way they play today is the best way for them is the only way they're going to win a Champions League. Trying to be solid defensively and then trying to hit teams on the counter attack with Mbappe. So against Bayern right now, this is the way they played against Marseille. Play the same way against Bayern, they're going to beat them because Bayern they're going to try and press high, and then Mbappe can kill PSG can kill them on the counter, especially with the wing backs as well.
Let me quickly hit this quick duping skills. Gatlock, HH Bricknet, CFCL, United W, bad day to be. Yes, it's been a rough day, man. It's been a rough day. It's been a rough day, man. Say that over. Vinny will have the legacy that he won't. No, he won't. Here's the thing. Vinny may end up having a better career than Neymar. Vinny is not going to have the legacy that Neymar was. Neymar's legacy.
Yeah, Neymar also go to the top. Neymar
that's talent. That's not legacy. Talent and legacy are different. Those two different things. Because my thing is like, yes, Neymar is superior and one of the most talented players to have graced the game. But in terms of legacy, that's what trophies have you delivered. This guy end up being the main guy to deliver them a World Cup.
Legacy isn't only trophies though, because legacy is trophies mixed with your stature within the game. So
what legacy was Neymar supposed to have? Because for me, he was supposed to be a multiple Ballon d'Or winner. and one of the greatest Brazilians, one of the greatest Brazilians of all time.
And
Vinny
lead Brazil
will
to a
not
World Cup by
be-
being one of the best players in the World Cup.
No. But that's your
that was-
expectation of his
Yeah.
legacy.
Yeah,
That's not what
what
he
we said.
ended up
It's
being.
supposed to.
No.
Guys, we
supposed
can't
to have had-
measure this. We can't measure this through aura, man. Let's just relax. Like, what are we doing?
Wait,
here? Like,
what happens if
Yeah,
Vini
that's
wins
true.
the Champions League this year again?
Then well done.
I
But
mean,
that's-
we've been saying that for like the
Yeah,
past
he
decade.
has
So
to win a couple of.
No, but Neymar was
American
supposed to do
World
much
Cup.
more than that. He was supposed to do much more
He
than
was
that. I know he
supposed to
did
be
that.
Yeah, he used to be
guy.
an all-timer. Let's be honest. He's
I mean,
supposed to be an
yeah,
all-timer.
Yeah,
with his talent.
is the expectation.
Let me hear. So, Snake Guys,
That's
HH,
true.
please say Todd B. No. Boy, I'm loving Chelsea right now. Please give Potter time. No. How much did he not spend again? I don't want to know. I don't feel sorry for any Chelsea fans. Like Ty says, I hope he gets relegated. Guys, no, just because we're writing off now, guys. What does the future hold for Chelsea, man? Like, what? When I wake up tomorrow morning, what should I be expecting to see? What?
Nothing.
Yellow ticker bar on Sky Sports saying Potter extends his contract.
Yes.
No. Do you know what I want to see? Because you know what I always do? Like, first thing I do in the morning is basically I just check like Fabrizio and just instead of any breaking news. Do you know what I want to see? I wake up in the morning and I see like 15 DMs in my message. I'm like, something's happened. And then I see people say, yo, HH, check us for Fab.
What was that?
What the hell?
What the hell was that?
Someone was passing by.
Oh my god! Whoa!
That's
Whoa. YSK Jackson. You're very strange. No. Listen, I want to just wake up tomorrow morning and just see club statements, Chelsea, club statements. That's what I want to see.
For what? That they're gonna stay with them, no matter
what for?
That's it.
That they've renewed.
You know what's for.
Yeah, lads, stop sending dead trust to a manager.
What, is that crisis meeting finally happened?
Potter in the Chamber of Secrets.
Or whatever you want, it's not happening. It's not happening. They're gonna stick with him.
Wait. Hold on. I don't know how to think about goals in football. It's probably more like a walkout in baseball or double walkout.
There's no way.
That's no.
What does that mean?
No,
that's not true, man.
He's kind of spitting though. He is kind of spitting.
No, it's a lie. Eddie Martin.
Oh my god.
Ollie Watkins has, bro. Everybody has
every week. I'm seeing a new player. A new stat that has more goals than Chelsea. Yeah. I'm getting tired of seeing this.
Guys, look, man, it's been swell. Guys, remember, Monday, we have the members hangouts on Monday, and Tuesday, we'll see what happens. So I'll see you on Monday for that members hangouts. Peace out, stay true, and Hufflepuff.
Oh, wait. Hey, is it? No, it can't be true.
What?
Do Man United have more trophies than Chelsea?
Stop. Peace.
Thank you.